Welcome back to my Lemmings United level solving commentary. And today we are going to finish off the rest of the tension rank. So we are starting off with tension 31, locked in. Okay, so we start out with 4 pre-placed lemmings, and the crowd is right here, trapped within the one-way wall. Okay, so to start off, the first lemming that walks to the left, I start mining with him. Okay, and then with the third lemming that's walking to the left, I assign a walker to him so he can turn around. And then I dig down with him. Okay, and then I platform across the trap. And then first lemming that walks out to the right, or first lemming that walks to the right, I dig down with him. And then second lemming that was walking to the right, I platform across. Okay, and then I start bashing. And then over here, I platform across this gap. Okay, and then the 3 pre-placed lemmings that are down here, they're going to bomb under the trap triggers here, so that the 4 pre-placed lemming can come and bash the one-way wall. In the meantime, these 2 lemmings, this lemming platforms across this gap, and now I platform across this gap. Even though I technically could have done both at the same time. Yeah, just with a different lemming each. And in this way, I wouldn't have to worry about the timing of one of them possibly slipping by and going into this trap. Okay, bomb under this trigger, and then bomb under this trigger. Okay, in the meantime, the other replaced lemming has finished bashing through, and so he's going to be coming over here and walking down into the bottom area. It's a long walk, so okay, and then of course bash through the one-way wall. Okay, so now the crowd is free, so they're going to be going over here, and then we platform across. So at this point, we only had 2 platformers left. So if you look around at this level, obviously one of the platforms will be used here, and then the last platform will be used to get to the exit. So at this point, no one's in danger, so we could just go ahead and finish up the level by placing the platformer bridges as I indicated before. So there's the first one, and then the last one will go here. Okay, and that's it. So it's just all about knowing how to navigate the terrain with the pre-placed lemming. So that we can free the crowd that's trapped by the one-way wall. Skip this, there's a lot of waiting here. So, not very hard, but at the same time, not easy either. Tension 32, Awakening of Aggressions. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe this was a contest entry. And again, I wasn't around at the time for it, so I didn't get to play it until I started playing this pack. Okay, so with the second lemming, I block with him. And then with the fourth lemming, I block. So here we could use the standard 2 blocker trap to contain the crowd. In the meantime, we have 2 worker lemmings. One of them becomes a swimmer, this one does. Okay, and then the other one will build up to here. Okay, and then he also becomes a swimmer. Okay, so they're both gonna go up here. And then first lemming that reaches here, he'll dig down. And then the other one will bash on through. And then I cancel. And then I cancel the basher mid-stroke with a walker, so that he is able to step up while leaving the terrain intact. Okay, go across this gap, of course. Okay, he's going to turn around. And then we're going to mine down. And then I'm sure you can tell what's coming up next, and that is to bridge this gap up to the minor tunnel. Okay, and then the digger will continue until he hits the water, but he's a swimmer, so he's not going to drown. Okay, so there's that builder bridge. Okay, and then the swimmer will swim up this really huge waterfall. Okay, build one half of this bridge coming from the right. Okay, he's going to hit his head and walk to the exit. And then in the meantime, the other worker is going to complete the second half of the bridge from the left. Okay, so now everyone can walk to the exit. So now all there's left to do is to release the crowd. And there's this trick from open up your parasol from the neutrality ring. So if you recall, it's bombing a lemming that's trapped within the blockers to release both blockers and the crowd. Okay, and the easiest way to do this is to simply cycle lemming in the direction that you want the crowd to go in. So here, since we want the lemmings to go to the right, that means bomb a right-facing lemming within the blockers. Okay, and that's it. Pretty nice level here, I would say. Alrighty, tension 33, Eyes in the Dark. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe this was also a contest entry. But just like the previous one, I wasn't around for this one either. So the first time I played this was when I played through this pack.
Let's go.
I think this is a pretty nice level as well. Alrighty, so here we have several entrances. And as you can see, there's plenty of evil eyes traps everywhere in this level. Okay, so the first lemming that comes out of this hatch will platform across this gap. And then the first lemming to reach up here will platform across the evil eyes traps. Or rather, the evil eyes trap. And then the first lemming here, I use a stoner to hold the crowd here. Or rather, to hold this entrance. Okay, and then the lemming behind the platformer, I assign a glider to him. And then the platformer that just finished, I stone him in mid-fall. Or mid-air. Okay, so as to break the lemming's fall. So that they can survive. And then I platform across this gap as well as across the evil eyes trap. And then I start mining down. And then I use a stoner so that the miner can continue down to the bottom left hatch. Yeah, and I guess technically I could have just waited until I placed the stoner first, just so I can place the miner more easily. And the first time that went through this miner tunnel, he will start bashing to this entrance right here. And then when he's right over here, I clone the miner. And then the next time that came up, I bridge this gap. Or rather, the miner tunnel, I should say. Okay, and this basher will bash underneath the evil eyes traps as well. Okay, so it will allow these lemmings to walk into the exit. Okay, for some lightning quick skill assignments there. So first thing I do is I clone this lemming, and then I immediately start building with the left-facing lemming. Okay, in the meantime, I will be blocking with this lemming, and this builder is building in such a way that he turns around. And then finally, all that's left to do is to mine the crowd and this blocker out. Okay, and that's it. So I would say, due to all the evil eyes traps around the level, it definitely makes navigating through the terrain difficult. So it can be a difficult level. But I thought this level was pretty nice. Yeah, it's a really, really good level, I would say. Not too overwhelmingly hard. Alrighty, next one. Tension 34. Forgotten Refinery. This level was a roadblock for me, because it required a certain trick. And before I solved this level, I definitely did not know the trick. But once you know the trick, then the level is extremely easy. But before that, it's pretty difficult. So we start with a pre-placed lemming, and then I platform across at this location. And then once the platformer is done, I assign him a walker, and then I immediately start stacking. And this will have the following effect. Because he's stacked underneath the entrance, when lemmings spawn, they will drop into the stacker terrain, and it effectively traps the crowd. Okay, so any future lemmings that come out of the crowd, they will simply get trapped by the stacker. Okay, so now that gives the worker lemming all the time in the world to finish the route to the exit. Okay, so he'll proceed to pick up the builder pickup, and then he'll build up, and then later platform across, which I do right now. So so Icho's hint to me was that he learned this trick right here by a level from Wafflem. And so from that, I decided to take a look around the forums and try to find his pack. And I ended up playing through his entire pack. And the trick does not come until one of the last ranked levels. And that level ended up taking me maybe about 10-15 minutes. So because it didn't take me as long as I thought it would, it's possible that I might have been able to find this trick eventually, had I maybe play around with this level some more. But it's really not certain if I would have been able to discover this. But in any case, yeah, it's a trick that I'm now well aware of. And I got to say, it's very, very creative. Because up until this level, yeah, pretty much the most common uses of the stacker would be to pull back the crowd. Yeah, while the worker lemmings prepare the route. And in some cases to get up the level as well. But from what I remember, there hasn't been too many of them where we needed to use them to get up the level. Well, actually no, I lied. One of the levels that required, well, yeah, it did. It required us to get up the level, as well as to make platforms for the crowd. And that was the level I'm thinking of is Tomb of Ichotola. Okay, and so in the meantime, I bash to the exit here, and then I also released the crowd here with the basher to bash away the right half of the stack, because you can see that the left half of the stack still remains. Okay, and all the crowd has already been released, or rather, all the lemmings have dropped out of the hatch, and so with one of the lemmings in this crowd, I dig down so I can release these lemmings trapped down here with climbers. Okay, so there's 5 of them here, so 5 of them get a climber each, and then finally the digger gets a climber. Okay, and that allows everyone to get to the exit. So once again, like I said, that trick with the stack was pretty neat, I thought. Very, very creative. Because you certainly wouldn't ever think to use it. And most levels don't even have you do it anyway. There has to be a specific setup for it anyway, where you have to pretty much stack right where the entrance is anyway. But in most levels, yeah, you get nowhere near the entrance in order to do that. Alrighty, next one, tension 35. Oh, it's irresistible. Somewhat of a tricky level in my opinion, but it's really not too difficult. Alrighty, so the first lemming does walk out to the right. I make him a floater. The one behind him, I assign a blocker to him. First lemming that turns around will bridge across this gap. And he finishes just in time before the other lemmings arrive. And then what do I do in the meantime? Oh, okay, and I give him the floater a climber as well. So now he's an athlete. Okay, and then this climber will proceed to go up and then around here. And then he's going to come over here where he's going to mine out the crowd. Okay, so in the meantime, I release the blocker with a walker. Give him a floater, of course. And then he is also made a climber. Okay, and this miner will be stopped by the stew. Okay, so with one of the lemmings, I bomb in such a way so that the last lemming in the crowd is able to fall through the bomber hole. He gets a floater, of course, and then proceeds to pick up the basher pickup, and then, of course, bridge across this gap. Okay, and then with one of the lemmings that falls from the top here, he bombs so that the builder can get through and pick up both the blocker and the walker pickups. Okay, so the floater that just came back around, yeah, I believe he was initially the blocker in the starting area. Yeah, he becomes a blocker so that he can turn the crowd around. Okay, and now all there's left to do is to release the blocker with a walker, but that's after this lemming turns around first. Okay, now I've released him with a walker. And that's it. Pretty nice level here. Next one, tension 36. Not sure how you say it, Monochopsis, I think. I also had some problems with this level, but that's up until I remember some things here from the Lemmings tutorial pack. Okay, starting area is somewhat difficult. Okay, especially with the high release rate. Okay, so with the third lemming, I block to hold back the crowd. And then with the second lemming, I bomb, creating a hole in which they can still step up to the left. And then in this bomber hole, I build up to the right. We're going to be building up to this platform up here. Okay, I should be releasing the crowd soon. There we go. Okay, and then bomb before the fire spinning trap. Okay, and so here's a trick that's needed here. So we proceed to pick up the stoner pickup, and then with lemmings that are clumped up. Okay, I stone the one in front so that the lemming that's really close to him, he ends up landing in the stoner terrain. And because of that, he has terrain in the way, so he ends up turning around, which gives him enough time to bridge across these two gaps before the crowd arrives, who in the meantime will take a detour here. So this is a trick I remember from the Lemmings tutorial pack. So once I remembered that, the end part was smooth sailing from there. So pretty nice level there. Tension 37. This dome is our home. So we have some rhyming here. Okay, somewhat of a difficult level. In particular, the most difficult part for me was making sure, or rather, the most difficult part was how to get the lemmings to the bottom safely while spotting, especially with the given amount of builders that we have. So the first thing I do is with the lemming from the left crowd, I make him a climber, and then of course give him a floater. Bridge across this gap. Okay, and then once he's done, I send a climber from the right hatch, and then of course he also gets a floater. Okay, now he'll proceed to build to the left. Okay, and then once again, I alternate by sending a climber from the left hatch. So you can see that we're kind of getting at a zigzag bridge here. Okay, and then I send another climber from this hatch, but this time to the left. Okay, of course he gets a floater. Okay, now he'll proceed to build across. Actually, not exactly all the way across, I believe. Yeah, so not all the way across. And then I send another climber from the left hatch, this time to the right. He gets a floater. And then I build in such a way so that there's another layer added on top of the one on the bottom, so that the next time I send up a climber from this hatch, and of course he gets a floater, I will build into this raised area so that he turns around. And now he can build to the left to create this platform for this hatch. Yeah, for the crowd, I should say. Okay, and then I proceed to build up to the left. And then he should be hitting his head so that he turns to the right, and then can make the bridge or his platform for this crowd. Okay, and then all that's left to do is to build both crowds out. So, builder placements are very, very crucial here. And again, like I said, it took me a while to figure out this part right here. This part I had figured out pretty quickly. But it's this bottom part that took me a while. And as you can see, we ended up using all skills, which means you cannot waste the builders due to incorrect placements. Alright, next one. Tension 38, the machine. This level surprisingly ended up being a roadblock for me. At least for a day. Okay, so here we only had 2 lemmings. One falls out to the right, the other one falls out to the left. And pretty much the entire level is symmetrical on both sides, so it doesn't really matter which way you go. In this case, I assigned the second lemming a glider. Okay, so he'll land on this area, and then of course bash through this one-way wall. Okay, in the meantime, the bottom lemming is going to platform across this gap. Okay, so I assign a walker to the glider so that he turns around. Okay, and then assign a walker to him again so that he doesn't walk into this trap. Okay, and then I platform across, and then when he's done, he's going to stop right on top of the updraft. So that allows him to fall, or rather, since he's a glider, he will be able to land on this area right here. But in the case for the non-glider, he'll be able to fall down while spatting due to the updraft. Okay, I allow the glider to turn around, and then I stack so that when the non-glider comes over here and falls, he'll be able to land while spatting. Okay, and of course, platform across this gap. Okay, the glider will platform across this gap. Okay, So this is crucial here. So because the glider is now down here, and we don't have any more walkers to turn him around, it is crucial that all the buttons get pushed before the glider makes his way up again. Yeah, because if he does manage to get up there again, there's no way to save him from being killed by the traps. Okay, and so the last thing to do, of course, is to platform across this gap so that the non-glider can push the remaining buttons. So as you can see here, it's going to be pretty close. No, actually, we still ended up with some leeway. But it is very important that the exit gets unlocked before the glider gets past it. Because once he does, he's going to walk up here, and then glide onto here, and then walk into the master trap. And we don't want that, since we need to save everyone. Okay, in the meantime, the non-glider is just going to make a trip around, since he drops past the exit. But coming from the right, he'll be able to get into the exit. So, very nice level here. Yeah, and it was certainly very difficult for me. Because, like I said before, it ended up taking me about a day before I finally solved it. But it's a pretty nice level. I think it's just the fact that I just ended up doing a lot of wrong sequences of skill assignments. So that I always ended up running into the problem of the glider getting killed or something like that. Alright, attention 39. Double Vortex. Okay, so as you can see, this is an extremely large level. Okay, and here we start off with a pre-placed climber and swimmer, and also a pre-placed climber and disarmer. Okay, so this pre-placed lemming at the top will build, and then I hold back the crowd with a blocker. Okay, so the whole idea of this level is to have the groups collect the pickup skills to allow the other group to proceed further in the level. So the top group will collect the pickup skills to allow the bottom group to get further into the level, and similarly the this group right here will collect pickups to allow the top group to get further into the level. So this pre-placed lemming will build and collect this donor pickup, and then this pre-placed lemming will collect the digger pickups here. Okay, we'll swim across, and then I assign him a walker and build the second half of the bridge. Okay, and then I proceed to block with this pre-placed lemming here. So essentially, I'm just working with the top group for the time being. So in other words, I'm not working simultaneously. And something happened. Oh, I assign a blocker to him. Okay, build to this wall here so that we can get past it. We'll pick up the stoner pickup, and I think I something happened. Okay, so just at the time when he collected the stoner pickup, I assigned him a floater. Okay, so I guess I don't dig down the most yet, but I do dig down here. Okay, and then after he's low enough, I cancel him with a walker. Okay, and I don't dig down here either. So I guess I dig down later with one of the lemmings up here. Okay, it's just a lot of waiting. Okay, he picks up this digger pickup, and then the miner and the cloner pickups as well. And also this builder pickup, I believe. Yes. He'll swim across to get this builder pickup. Okay, and then he digs down. He'll get stopped by the steel. Okay, so I just worked with one lemming for quite a while. Okay, and then build up, of course. Okay, he'll turn around and collect these builder pickups. Okay, lightning fast skill assignments there. So Simon will walk to turn him around, and then mine. And he'll use this builder bridge in order to mine through this wall as well. Yeah, so I'm definitely just working with one lemming for quite a while. Okay, and then build up. Okay. Okay, and then 1 second here. Okay, assign him a blocker. And then at the same time, I release this blocker with a walker. And then of course he proceeds to mine so that the crowd can get out. And then I also clone him. Okay, the right facing clone will pick up the digger pickups. Okay, he is a disarmer, so he'll disarm this laser trap. And then dig down. And just want to make sure here. Okay. Okay, go stone. To create a stepping stone for the lemmings to fall down and break their fall. I believe I give him a floater. Yes. Okay, so I believe I proceed to work with this lemming for quite a while as well, while the crowd is still currently held back. Okay, he's a climber, so he's gonna pick up the miner pickups, the cloner, and the 2 builder pickups. Okay, I mine out to the right, and then I proceed to clone him. Okay, he ended up hitting the steel, so he turns around. Okay, and then pick up the digger pickups. Yeah, and as you can see by the timer, it's already been 9 minutes and 20 seconds. Build up. Okay, build up here. Yeah, so there's a lot of zigzagging here. So yes, I believe I just work with these lemmings for the time being. So build up, of course. Okay, build up. Okay, and then we get to this area here. Okay, I turn her around with a walker. He picks up the builder pickups and the digger pickup. Okay, I build in such a way that the crowd will land on this steel block here. Whoa, whoa, that's a lot of... what did I do? Okay, so I release this blocker with a walker, and then I mine. And then I clone him. And then I cancel this miner mid-stroke with a walker, so that the lemmings can step up. Okay, so I believe I had to watch the group simultaneously now. Okay, this lemming will proceed to pick up the cloner and the miner pickup. Yeah, pickups. And then mine. And then I clone him. And then again, same thing. I cancel the miner mid-stroke so that the lemmings can step up. Okay, I make him a blocker. And then this miner will proceed to pick up the builder pickups. Okay, and I believe at this point, yes, there's only these 3 pickups left. And they're all builders. Okay, and then build up. Then build up. And I did something. Okay, I make this Lemming blocker, so to turn him around. Okay, build up here. Okay, and then this Lemming will pick up these builder pickups. And then this is the disarmor, so he'll disarm these two traps here. Build so that he lands on this wall here. Okay, and the problem here is that this armor is not a swimmer, and so for the time being I will have to make him a blocker so that he doesn't get into the water and drown. Okay, and you'll see why in a bit. Okay, and then he'll just fall down this really huge fall. Okay, and then I haven't really done anything in the meantime, have I? No, I haven't. Okay. Okay, and then build. Okay, this is to create a platform for the for this group later on. Okay, and then in the meantime, I release the blocker with a walker here. More lightning quick skill assignments here. Assign a walker somewhere. Once again. Yeah, I assign a walker somewhere. Oh, I apparently assigned a walker up here. Not sure why. Oh, I see. I see. I see. It's to trap the crowd some more. Okay, because I proceed to assign the Lemming that's walking to the right a blocker. Okay, and then I assign another blocker. Didn't really need to. Yeah, that's right, because I need to give those Lemmings some time to dig down so that the fall is safe. Whoop, more lightning skill assignments here. Okay, now I release this blocker with a walker. And then I turn it around since, like I said before, he is not a swimmer, but this Lemming is. Okay, so he can swim across and collect this builder pickup. And then I assign him a walker to turn him around. And then assign him a walker again so that he can platform across this water gap. Okay, it should be canceling this digger with a walker soon. There. Okay, and then I proceed to do the same thing here. Dig down, and then once he's low enough, cancel him with a walker. So pretty much here, yeah, we're given a lot of blockers and walkers, so you can essentially think of them as unlimited. And then, let's see what I do. Okay, I release this blocker with a walker. And then also this blocker with a walker. And then he was already walking to the right, so therefore I don't need to assign him a walker again. Though technically, even if he was walking to the left, I wouldn't have to. I don't have to assign him a walker. Okay, and then same thing here, dig down, and then once he's low enough, cancel him with a walker. So, already approaching 17 minutes here, at least for this level. But that's because I took things very, very slowly here. That's why I kind of think, yeah, probably to prevent the long waits here. Yeah, it should definitely add in a timer. I'm one of those who doesn't mind time limits, but the time limit shouldn't be the challenge here. Rather, the puzzle is already difficult as is, given the really, really large size anyway. Okay, and then I made this lemming a blocker, so that this group can... No, not this group. And then something else happened. Okay, I make him a blocker, because I need to give this lemming some time to dig down, so that they don't walk into the water gap, and we'll go down here instead. Okay, now I release the blocker with a walker. Sign another walker. Okay, I released this blocker with a walker. And I believe that's pretty much taking care of everything for the time being. Yes, it would appear that way. I believe anything else. Yeah. Yeah, because right now I need the crowds to turn around by the blockers before I release normal walkers. Okay, and then in the meantime I stone so that it creates a stepping stone to break their fall. Yes, and I believe that's it. And then did I end up with a builder here? No. I believe there should be a builder assignment here. Break their fall. This is splat height, right? Yes, this is definitely splat height. So, no. I don't have any builders left over. Yep, Lord's lightning skill assignments here. Okay, I released this blocker with 2 walkers. Well, one to release him and then another one to turn him around, since otherwise he'll be stuck in this endless loop. Can't dig down. Okay, so there I did some lightning skill assignments. Okay, yeah, this blocker that was here, he was a climber, and so this allows him to climb out of this digger pit. Let me see, how did I get the lemming here? Oh, I see. So there's a assignment that I skipped over. So here I assigned a blocker, so to get this lemming some time to make that platform for this crowd. Okay, and then that should be it. So it's not here, but rather up here, so that you can land on this steel block. Okay. And then release this blocker with a walker. And then finally release this blocker with a walker, and then another walker to turn it around. Okay, and that should be it. And then all that's left to do is release this blocker. Okay, but the crowds need to use him to turn around first. Okay, and that's it. 2 walkers and we're home scot-free with everyone. So it ended up taking me a little over 21 minutes. But again, that's because I took my time here. I didn't multitask. Although if there was a timer, I would certainly have to. Alrighty, penultimate low, tension 40, deviate. And we're under a timer at 2 minutes and 40 seconds here. I really loved this level. It was really good. It was really awesome just seeing the solution in action. Alrighty, so we have a 99 release rate, and we have lemmings going out in both directions. And then, in this level, we will have 2 specialists. Okay, 1 disarmer and 1 swimmer. so I believe I bashed with one of the last lemmings in the crowds. Yes, so near to last lemming. So I did that here, bash through this mushroom, and then I bashed with the final lemming in this crowd, and then let's see, I did something else too. Okay, so I assigned this basher this armor. Okay, and then I give this basher a swimmer. So there's our two specialists. There's our disarmor and there's our swimmer here. Okay, and then the crowd will proceed to pick up these. I believe they're floaters. No, they're gliders. Okay, and then bash here as well. I felt like I did something else too. No, I did not. Okay. You know what I do? Oh, okay. I gave the swimmer a glider. And then I bash underneath these evil eyes traps. Okay, in the meantime, this disarmor went ahead and picked up this glider pickup. And that was just a basher assignment that you saw here. Boy, I'm barely keeping up here. Because now I'm getting confused. Okay, and then just these crowds will pick up this glider pickup. Oh, I see. I assigned him a glider because this is splat ball. This is splat height. And then where's the other basher? Okay. Just wanted to make sure that the counts are correct on the skills here. Okay, and then this armor will continue to disarm these traps. Because in the meantime, some of the crowd turned back to the left, and we need to disarm these traps before they arrive. Okay, and then this basher, he's able to bash underneath the evil eyes traps before any of the lemmings can get to them. Because again, while the basher was going, some of them turned around. Okay, so for the time being, these lemmings are safe. What do I do? Okay, I assigned him a glider. And then platform across this gap. Where's the basher? Right here. Yeah, I really need to slow this down because okay, yes, I bash out this crowd. Okay, one lemming will slip by, he becomes a glider. This glider will pick up the basher and the platform pickups. And then, let's see. There's another basher somewhere. Oh, right here. Yeah, because this is our disarmor here, so he's going to go down here and disarm these evil eyes traps. And then platform across here. Hold on. Okay, so this platform pickup was picked up. So platforms across this gap, of course. And I did another basher somewhere. Oh, right there. There's the other basher. Probably need to get my eyes checked or something because I'm just missing all these actions. Okay, and then bash. Yeah, my age is definitely getting to me. Okay, and then this armor disarms all these traps, so no one's in any danger from the evil eyes traps anymore. And then all that's left to do is to bash out this crowd here. And then in the meantime, this glider will swim across to pick up this glider. This platform. Okay. Now the final thing to do is to bridge this water gap, and that's it. And then they all meet in the exit from both sides. So once again, very nice though. This was definitely a favorite of mine. And we managed to finish with 15 seconds left, where the timer ended up turning red. The first instance where the timer turns red. Alrighty, and then the rank finisher for Tension, and as well as the last level for the video. Tension 41, the Igniting Spark. Okay, and here we're under a time limit of 12 minutes. Let's go. Okay, so I make the first lemming that falls out of the entrance a floater. And then with the lemming that falls past him, I stone him so that the floater falls into the stoner terrain and he turns around. So there's that trick again from Manachopsis. Okay, he'll proceed to platform across this water gap. And of course he'll do the same thing here. And he has just enough time to do so before the crowd arrives, before they are able to fall into the water. Okay, and then with the first lemming in the crowd, I assign a walker to him. Okay, and then first lemming that is walking to the right, he bashes. The clowner will collect the stoner pickup. Okay. And then I stone a lemming walking to the left, so that the lemmings over here can still step up and be trapped in the pit here. In this holding area, this holding pin that I've made for them. And then this climber will platform across this gap. We'll proceed to pick up these stoner pickups. So as you can see, just a lot of stoner pickups everywhere, and there's a couple of bomber pickups as well. As for this rank finisher, I believe this ended up taking me about the same amount of time as it did the rank finisher for pacifism. Certainly nowhere near as long as the rank finisher for neutrality though. Okay, and then platform across this gap to the one-way wall. Okay, platform across. And I believe we used 2 platformers here. And then I did something else as well. Oh, I gave him a climber. Okay, platform across. And then platform from the other side. And then I bash across the one-way wall. Okay, so there's just going to be a lot of waiting here. Okay, so these bomber pickups are collected. And then with this lemming, I stone him here, so that the crowd can turn around, back to the left. And then mine. And then mine, so that we can get the crowd up. And then bash. And then he'll proceed to bash this crowd free. Or not. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Stone. Bomb. Bomb the crowd out. By bombing the stoner terrain. Okay, and then platform across. So there's all our constructor skills here. Now all we just have left are a bomber and 2 stoners and the basher. Obviously the basher will be used here so that they can get to the exit. So the hardest part here, I would say, is getting up this steel platform. I was expecting the lemming to get here already, but you can't really expect them to walk that fast unless fast forward was on. Okay, so apparently I did some waiting here, so it's a lot of waiting. It's definitely going to time skip all this, because nothing has happened in the meantime. And as you can see, we only have about 2 minutes left, so we're running pretty low on time here. Okay, so the first thing to do is to bomb. So once again, we're using that trick from the Digital Drop. however you say it in the title, where you have to bomb so that Lemmings can step up the stoner terrain. And, and the bomber has to be assigned just as he is touching the wall, the steel block, going to the left. Okay, so even more waiting here. Yeah, I'm running pretty low on time. Okay, and then inside this bomber crater, we stone, which allows the Lemmings to step up the stoner terrain. And then the first Lemming that comes here and falls down a pixel, he stones. So now the crowd can get up. So, like I said before, I'd say this is the hardest part. Although, I guess technically it could have been seen just because there was that trick from that earlier tension level. Okay, and then finally, all there's left to do is to bash. And now the Lemmings can exit. And we ended up with just 3 seconds left. But that was most certainly due to where I placed the stoner at the very bottom. I believe if I had placed it a little more carefully, we would not have been extremely tight on time. So yes, as I mentioned before, this rank finisher didn't take me anywhere near as long as the rank finisher for neutrality. That one took me the longest out of all the rank finishers. This one ended up taking me about the same amount of time as the rank finisher for pacifism. But pretty nice level here. just all those poor Lemmings that had to die and be sacrifices in order to get the other Lemmings to home safely. Alrighty, so that finishes the tension rank and brings us to the war rank, which I will cover at a much later time. And just like Icho, I will do it once he starts doing the videos again, which will probably be for a while, but it depends on how long it takes for the next person to finish the pack and claim the prize. And based on the last comment that he sent me, there's probably not going to be that much longer, since one of the pre-testers is pretty close to finishing the pack. So if that's the case, I'm definitely looking forward to doing the videos and finishing up the series, just so I don't have to worry about it later on. But in the meantime, I'll just wait until Icho starts doing it again. So I hope you enjoyed this video of the level solving commentary, and I will see you all for the next one.